Welcome to today's practice. We start in the back of your mat. So sit down in the back end of your mat in a comfortable position. Join your hands in front of your heart center, and you can either close your eyes or you can read the chant on the screen. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we protect each other. May we nourish each other. May we bring out the strengths in each other. May our knowledge of yoga be radiant. May there be no misunderstandings. Om, peace, peace, peace. Release your hands and bring them behind your back. Fold with your body all the way over your legs. Maybe you can bring your head on the ground or just let it hang wherever it is. Stay here for a couple of deep breaths and feel your back expanding, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just let your arms hang and then slowly come back up, rise up to a seated position with your spine erect. Take a deep breath and release your hands. Put them on your thighs if you like. Just feel how your body is feeling right now in this very moment. There is no good or bad, no right or wrong. It's just the way it is. Just observe. And then slowly, with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. From here, we are going to start with our beginner sequence. Open your knees hip width apart and come on your hands and knees with your hands one forearm length away from your knees. This distance from your hands to your knees might seem a little bit short at first, but it's actually perfect because like this you can move your spine much more in Vyagrashvasa, tiger breathing. From here, just round your back with the next exhalation and look between your legs. And with your inhalation, open the chest and look in front of you or up. Exhale, round your back again. And with your inhalation, open the chest, roll the shoulders back, look to the front or up. Exhale, a nice round back. Inhale, open. Okay, keep on doing this. Exhale, round, and inhale, open your back with your own rhythm of breathing. Come to a neutral position with your back straight, And now we're going to do side to side. So you're going to look over to your left heel. Then with your inhalation, come back to center. And with your next exhalation, look over to your right heel. Just move to the side. Keep your hands and legs where they are. And keep on moving. With every exhalation, you go to one side. With the inhalation to the center. With the exhalation to the other side. Feel the nice movement in your spine. Just enjoy the opening in your side. Last 2 times. Every side one last time. And then come to center. Shift your weight on your knees and walk away with your hands to the front. Just walk to the front with your hands and shift the weight back over your knees. Move with your hips back and come down with your chest towards the ground. Try to lengthen as much as possible from your hands to your hips. Keep breathing nice and deep. Feel the opening in your shoulders and feel the length in your back. It's a nice stretch for the back muscles. Last deep breath here. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Wonderful. Okay, from here, slowly walk your hands closer under your shoulders again. And then shift your weight in your left hand and lift up the right arm. Bring it up to the ceiling with your inhalation. And then with your exhalation, bring your right arm through between your left hand and your left knee. Slide it all the way through on the ground so that your right shoulder is touching the ground. See if you can also put your head down on the mat on the side and look up to the ceiling. And then maybe you can twist a little more if you gently press your left hand in the ground and that way open your shoulders, open your chest to the left side a little more. Then come back on both your hands, press yourself back up to the center. And we are going to repeat the same thing on the other side. With your inhalation, bring your left arm up to the ceiling, look up, and with your exhalation, bring your left arm through between your right hand and your right knee. Look up to the ceiling if you can, and twist by gently pressing your right hand in your mat. Keep breathing deeply. Take your last deep inhalation and exhalation, and then come back to center on your hands and your knees to a table position. From here, we're going to move on to Adho Mukha Virasana and Adho Mukha Svanasana, Sleeping Warrior, and Downward Facing Dog. So make sure your knees are apart and then bring your hips down, sit down on your heels. Bring your arms to the front as far as possible. Give them a long stretch to the front. From there, just tuck your toes under where they are and then just lengthen your legs. So you're not going to change anything. You keep the length between your hands and your hips and just extend your legs up. And you will end in your first downward facing dog. Now turn your left heel a little bit inward to the middle line of your mat and then take your right foot to the front between your hands. Feel free to use your hands to bring your feet between your hands. From there, slowly come up on your feet. So bring up your torso that you're standing on your feet. face the left side of your mat. The left foot should point to the left side of the mat and the right foot should point to the front of the mat. Extend your arms so that your right arm is pointing to the front and your left arm is pointing to the back of the mat. Then the last step is just to bend the right knee and look over your right hand. This is a warrior pose, the warrior two. Your feet should be pressing firmly in the ground and you should stand strong like a warrior. Then from there we are going to move to a little flow. So bring your left arm down on your left leg, just rest it there, and bring your right arm up to the ceiling or all the way over. Look up to your right hand in your peaceful warrior. Then with your next inhalation come back to warrior 2. And with your exhalation come to side angle pose. Your left side of the body is in one long line and your right hand is rested on your thigh. Your right forearm is rested on your thigh. Then inhale, come back to center, warrior 2. And exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, center. Exhale, side angle pose. And just keep on moving in your own breathing rhythm. Two more rounds, front and back. One last round, front and back. And when you're done, you come back to your warrior 2. From there, you can either come to side angle pose one more time, or you can go one step further and bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot and then extend your left arm towards the front of your mat, next to your ear. Your whole left side should be as much in one line as possible. And then slowly come back up to center on both your feet. Turn both your feet towards the left side of your mat. And they should have about one leg distance between each other. Then bring your hands behind your back. Open your chest. Roll your shoulders back and try to bring your arms away from you. And with your next exhalation, just fold forward and down with a long back and a long spine towards the ground. If this doesn't work for you, you can bring your hands on your waist. Keep breathing. Try to bring equal weight on both your feet, on front and back of your feet, and try to bring your tailbone up to the ceiling. With every exhalation, you can just let your arms come a little bit more over towards the ground behind you. Just keep breathing and try to relax. Let gravity work for you. Then come slowly back up. First halfway, that your back is parallel to the ground. Bring your hands on your waist. Exhale here, and with your next inhalation, you can come all the way up to standing on your feet. If you're feeling a little bit lightheaded, then just come up really slowly. Take a lot of time to come up slowly. We are going to repeat the same flow on the other side. So your right foot is going to face the left side of the mat like it's already doing, and you will bring the left foot out towards the back of your mat. Open your arms and bend your left knee for your warrior two on the left side. So right now you are facing the back end of your mat and your left arm is pointing to the back end of your mat and your right arm is pointing to the front end of your mat. Stand strong in your warrior two. Look over your left hand and then bring your right hand slowly down on your right leg and bring your left arm up to the ceiling or over. Look up to your left hand. Inhale, come to center, warrior two, and with your exhalation, come to the front to your side angle pose with your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Exhale, change and lean back. Inhale, center, exhale, lean forward in your side angle. 3 more rounds, keep on moving. Always make sure that you keep your shoulders away from your ears. Just relax the shoulders in your movements. When you're done, come back to your warrior two and from there move to side angle pose or go one step further like we did on the other side, bringing your left hand on the inside of your left foot and extend your right arm in one long line with your right leg. Stay here. 3, 2, and 1. Then come back up to center in warrior two. Extend both your legs facing the left side of your mat and bring your feet closer together, about hip width distance or a little bit wider, and then just squat down, come down in your malasana squat with your arms between your legs. So your hands are in front of your heart center and your upper arms are slightly opening the hips and the legs a little bit more outside. So you can gently press with your arms in your legs, but try to keep your spine as long as possible. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. This is a nice opening for the groin and the hips. A nice stretch. From there, bring your right hand just to the floor on the right side in front of you, but on the inside of your leg. And then you open your chest with your left arm by bringing the left arm up and back behind you. Come back with your left arm to your left, to the inside of your left leg, and repeat the same thing on the other side. So the left hand will be placed somewhere on the ground towards the left side where you can reach, and you will bring your right arm behind. And then from here, come back to center again. One more time. So let's start with the right arm to the floor, left arm behind. Stay here for 3 breaths. 2, 1, and slowly come back. Change the side for the other side. Left arm to the ground, left hand on the ground, and the right arm is going back. 3, 2, 1, and come back. Now bring your palms back together and lift your hips up a little bit so that they are parallel to the ground. Try to really reach the 90-degree ankle with your knees and be parallel to the ground with your thighs and with your back, and then stay here for 10 breaths if you can. If you cannot do 10 breaths, you can always come down. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, stay up, last 3, 2, 1, and come back to your squat. Bring your buttocks down to Malasana squat. And then you can come up to a standing position. Well done. Great. So we are going to continue with our balancing posture for today, which is Vrikshasana, tree pose. Therefore, bring your right foot on the toes with the heel leaning on the ankle. Or you can rest the sole of your right foot on the left calf on the side. Or the most difficult version is to put your foot on the inner thigh. Bring your hands together and just balance as much as you can. Focus on a point in front of you and keep breathing. The aim is here to really bring the knee out to the right side. So you can gently try to move it out as much as possible. Of course, without losing balance. Balance is the priority. And the left knee should keep on pointing to the front, while the right knee is pointing to the right side. You can either stay here, or for the last 5 breaths, you can also bring your joint palms up over your head and extend your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Now try to feel your roots, like the roots of a tree, which are holding you safely, keeping you from falling. Keep focusing on a point and just balance here. Keep breathing in a relaxed manner. And then with your next exhalation, first bring your hands slowly down and then also release your foot. Great, well done. That was the right leg. Now we are going to do the same thing with the left leg. So find your position. Either you keep your toes on the floor, or you put your leg on your calf, or you bring it on your right thigh close to your groin. Bring your hands to your heart center and focus on a point in front of you. And then you can either stay here or, like we did on the other side, bring the arms up, only if you feel comfortable. Then slowly, when you're done, you can release your arms first and at last also release your left foot. Great. We are going to face the front of the mat again. Open the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. And then bring your arms up. Grab your opposite elbows over your head. Extend your back, lengthen your back up to the ceiling, and then bend forward, keeping the length in your back. Then just release your hands, bend your knees, and bring your hands on your mat. Walk with your feet to the back of your mat and come into another downward facing dog. standing on your hands and your feet on your mat. From here, we move into a pigeon pose preparation. Shift a little more weight on your hands and bring your left foot somewhere behind your right hand and your left knee somewhere behind your left hand in the middle of your body. The back of your left foot should be touching the mat. Then slide back your right foot a little bit so that you can feel the stretch in your hips. Only if you feel very comfortable here, you can come down with your forearms or with your complete forehead and arms down towards the ground. But there's nothing wrong with staying up on your arms in this position and just look in front of you if this is where your body goes today. Then change the leg. Push yourself on your hands and bring your left leg back on your toes and bring the right leg to the front with the right foot behind the left hand and the right knee behind the right hand. Come down with your hips as much as possible. You might need to slide your left foot away from you a little bit as well. Then either stay here and look towards the front in front of you, open your chest, or come down on your forearms, or maybe you can even bring your forehead on your mat again on this side. Keep breathing. Breathe deeply and try to let go, relax more with every exhalation. Just observing whatever is going on. Whenever you're ready, start with bringing some weight on your hands again, bringing your left leg closer again on your toes, and push yourself up into your last downward facing dog for today. Bring your knees down on your mat and move your hips to the back end of your mat over your heels. Grab your waist and with your inhalation, come up on your knees and open the chest and the hips forward. Push them forward and out for a nice back bend. With your exhalation, shift with your hips back. Bring your forehead to the ground. Inhale, come back up. Open your chest, open your hips, arch your back, and exhale. Come back down to the mat with your forehead. Repeat this 2 more times. Inhale, come up, open the chest and hips. Exhale, down. Engage your abs to make this movement possible. And keep on breathing deeply with your movement. Then, when you're back down with your forehead on the ground, bring your arms to the front, extend them for a moment in child's pose. Take 2 deep breaths here. Then shift your weight on your hands again and come up into a tabletop position. And from there, roll over your side down on your back. Your head is lying in the front end of the mat. Your feet are pointing to the back end of your mat. Bring your hands next to your hips, palms facing down. Ground your feet firmly with hip distance in the mat so that you can just reach your heels with your fingertips. Then with your next inhalation, you're going to roll up your hips vertebra by vertebra from the ground. With your exhalation, roll them back down. Continue. 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down. 2. Inhale up, exhale down. And the last one. Inhale up, exhale down. Now you can either continue 5 more times or you can push up and stay up. Stay here again for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2. Last breath. And with your exhalation, you will roll down vertebra by vertebra to the ground. Then, one leg at a time, bring your legs both down to the mat. Your feet are together. We are going to continue with the wind releasing pose. So, with your next exhalation, you will take your right leg with the knee to the chest and bring your forehead to the knee if possible. You can also keep your head on the ground. Inhale, release the right leg, and exhale, bring the left leg with your knee to your chest. Inhale, release. 2 more rounds. Right leg with your exhalation, inhalation, release. Left leg, exhale to your chest, and inhale, release. Last round, right leg, exhale, bring it close. Inhale, release. And exhale, left leg. Inhale, release. Amazing. Now prepare to hug both your knees. You can bring your feet to the ground first and then hug both your knees tightly to your chest. Take a few breaths here. Try to make yourself small, like a small ball. Give some love to your legs and to your whole body. And then inhale, release your head. Keep your knees in front of your chest and grab the opposite knee with both your hands. So the left hand is holding the right knee, the right hand is holding the left knee. And just let your legs hang in your arms, in your hands. So you don't need to engage anything, just relax your hips, relax your legs, and let them be held by your hands. Keep breathing. One last breath, and then we move on to happy baby pose. You can either grab your shin bones or you can grab your feet with the respective hands from the outside. It's even possible from the inside if that feels better for you. And just let the weight of your arms pull down your legs a little bit more towards the ground. Enjoy the nice stretch in your hamstrings and in your groin. And then slowly let go of your feet. Bring them back to the ground. They should have hip width distance, and you open your arms. Then you let your knee fall to the right side and your head to the left. With your inhalation, you come back to center. With your exhalation, let your knees fall to the left and your head to the right. Keep on moving like this. With your inhalation, you come back to center. With your exhalation, move to the other side. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, move to the side. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. Inhale to center, and we move on to the next posture, supine butterfly. Therefore, bring the soles of your feet together on the mat. Let your knees point out to the respective sides and bring your hands either on your abdomen, feeling the movement of your abdomen with the breath, or you can also bring your arms over your head if that feels comfortable for you. Grab your opposite elbows and focus on the opening in your chest. Feel the volume that you have to breathe and just focus on your breath. Try to let go your knees. If you feel too much tension in your legs, then just use some pillows, some cushions under both your knees. Keep breathing. One last deep breath here, then release your hands, bring them to your knees, and with the support of your hands, bring your knees back together. Bring both your legs down, one at a time, to the mat. Keep some distance between your legs and relax your hands, palms facing up to the ceiling, next to your body. Relax your shoulders for Shavasana. Now just stay motionless for the last 4 minutes of our practice. Just listen to the sounds around you, but don't respond or react to them. Just let them be. Then bring the awareness to your body and consciously relax all your body parts, starting from your feet. Relax your feet, your calves, your thighs, your hips, abdomen, lower back, chest and upper back. Relax your shoulder girdle and neck region. Relax your arms, hands, your face, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Feel your body completely relaxed and motionless. And just let it be. Relaxation is a very important part of your practice. It helps your body recover and brings balance. For the best results of this practice, try to stay consciously in Shavasana for a few more moments. You can focus on your breath or on the sensations in your body, or you can focus on the sounds around you. Just stay conscious. Stay here in this moment right now. Take another deep breath, and whenever you're ready, start moving your hands and feet slowly and consciously. You can stretch yourself from fingers to toes if you like, and then you just bend your left knee and roll over to the right side of your body. Take a few breaths here as well before you slowly make your way up to a seated position. All movements should be slowly and consciously. Sit with a straight back, rest your hands on your thighs one more time, and thank yourself for the time that you took. And even I thank you very much for practicing with me, and I hope you'll have an amazing day. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kashi dukhabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.